What is going on, guys? Welcome to your 24th MySQL tutorial. And guys, I got some good news for you. You're just going to go ahead and sit back, breathe a sigh of relief, because in this lesson, it's going to be the first easy lesson. It's going to be really simple, easy to understand. I just need to talk to you guys about a really cool concept real quick, and that is something called unions. So quite often, whenever you're making a website, you're going to need to run multiple queries, but you're going to want a single result set because, let's say that you wanted to make a website like eBay and you wanted to run a query that returned all the items over 190 bids, so like all the really popular items. Now you also wanted all the items over $1,000 regardless of bids. Maybe you're making this for your homepage or something. You wanted to display the cool items. So all the items that have over 190 bids and also all the items over $1,000 regardless of the number of bids. So what you would do is you would do something like this. Select the name, cost, and bids from items where bids is greater than 190. And remember, our other thing that we wanted is whenever we have an item that, come on, stupid mouse, whenever we have an item that costs more than $1,000. I cannot type today. I'm hitting all the wrong keys here. So basically, those are the two queries that we want to run. However, we only want one result set. We only want one set of data because, it's just a lot easier to work that way. So whenever we would run these queries right here, we would get a table for this and a table for this. Well, that's not good. We only want one set of data. So in order to basically take more than one query and end up with only one result set, just go ahead and in between your queries, type the word union. That's it. That's all. That's basically all this tutorial is. This word right here takes this query and this query, it runs it, and it gives you one set of data. How awesome is that? And I know what you guys are saying right now, Bucky, unions are absolutely worthless because first of all, you could have done this, and you could have accomplished this same thing by just using where, or, and statements. Well, it may look a little messy, but the truth is, yes, you could. So why would you ever use unions? Well, first of all, whenever you're doing more complex filtering, guys, I just showed you guys a really simple example, but in real life, they aren't this easy. You're going to do complex filtering and you're going to have to use a bunch of different tables instead of the same table. And whenever you do, using unions is a whole lot more simple, cleaner, and easier to manage. So don't forget about unions. And also, another thing, there are some times that you have to use unions and you can't use where clauses, and I'll show you that in just a second. But before we get to that, I want to mention this. Please don't forget this. Remember, since what we're doing is basically taking multiple queries and tying them together into one result set, whenever you use unions, your columns have to be the same. You can't do something like select name, cost, bids from items, and select name, zip code, address, postal address, and state from another table. It won't work out because your tables won't tie together. So again, make sure that your columns are the same so that whenever they unite, they can tie together nicely. Now, what I was talking about earlier on, whenever you use unions, it automatically, MySQL automatically removes duplicate entries. So you know how we said, okay, select the items that are greater than 190 bids or they cost more than $1,000. Well, what if the case, in this case, the baby seat, where it costs more than $1,000 and it has more than 190 bids? Well, it doesn't list it twice, it only lists it once. You only see one baby seat here. So what if your boss said, okay, actually, this is like the home page of YouTube or something where you can have the top rated video and you can have the most viewed or most watched video. Well, if you want to get a list that doesn't remove the duplicate entries, then just go ahead and use union all. What this does is it basically leaves those duplicate entries in. So now you can go ahead and hit go and check it out. If this was the front page of your website, you would see baby seat twice. Once because it costs more than $1,000, and another time because it has more than 190 bids. So sometimes you want this, like I said, if you're making a website like YouTube and maybe a video was the most favorited and the most viewed. They deserve both of those honors, so there you go. So anyways, that's all you guys have for this tutorial. And another thing, before I let you guys go, whenever you use union all, that is one instance where a where clause won't do, and that's it. You basically have to use union all. You can't substitute it for anywhere. But anyways, I'm going to shut up. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.